The Angel of Death, The Terrifying Crimes of Charles Cullen True Crime Documentary. It was the kind of night that hospitals know well. Fluorescent lights humming like insects, monitors tapping a steady arithmetic, and the quiet rhythm of night staff moving down long corridors with clipped, practiced steps. Somewhere on the ward a ventilator sighed. In a single room a television murmured the late-night news. It was in that ordinary medicine room stillness that death sometimes visits. Quietly, clinically. And for 16 years it walked in plain clothes. A nurse, a colleague, someone you would trust with your last breath. He wore a name tag, a uniform, and polite manners. His name was Charles Cullen. To families who would come to grieve and to investigators who would later assemble a horrifying record, his name would come to mean one thing: the slow, deliberate betrayal of trust inside the most vulnerable place in modern life, the hospital. Wikipedia. Charles Edmund Cullen was born in West Orange, New Jersey, in 1960. He served in the United States Navy, and after leaving the service he enrolled in nursing school. By the late 1980s he had a nursing certificate, a young family, and a job on the night shift. The invisible backbone of any hospital's care. Colleagues described him as quiet, sometimes withdrawn. His personal life, according to reports, was troubled. Friends and family later spoke of odd behavior. Small signs that something in him didn't fit the role he'd chosen. Nursing is a profession built on trust. Nurses are expected to be precise with doses, watchful with machines, compassionate with frightened families. In many ways Cullen learned that craft well. He learned, too, how to move through hospital systems with minimal scrutiny. Hospitals in the late 20th century relied on human discretion more than automated checks. Medication orders could be handwritten, shift changes passed information in hurried whispers, and when a patient deteriorated there was not always immediate outside review. That gap, between the assumed good faith of staff and the inescapable human error of institutions, would become the place where Cullen hid his crimes' unexplained deaths. The first death Cullen later admitted was in 1988, at St. Barnabas Medical Center where he worked in the burn unit. It was a quiet, ordinary overdose, a dose of medication that should not have been given. To colleagues on a busy night shift it looked like a sudden deterioration. To a family it was the end of a life they trusted the hospital to protect. In the years that followed similar deaths would pile up, one after another, often in the same way. A patient who was stable would grow lethargic, would slump into breathlessness, and then would be pronounced dead. Notes and charts would record a precipitous decline.